Happy Monday, Sharks. Today is February 23rd, and I have more stocks to share with you all. And I'm going to let you guys see where I want to get in and build a position around and what industry that stock is. All right, so let's kick it off first. I already took my profits on BE Bloom Energy, and I have GLW Corning. This is the fiber optic industry, and they have contracts with Meta. Okay, but either way, you can see this leap is doing tremendously well. I have two of them, the 9750 and the 105. It's already close to 10,000, about 13,000 right over here. Uh, the only thing that's taking up a beating for me is Robinhood, and I'm selling cover calls aggressively on that to hedge. Either way, we just got to give it some time to let it recover. And then, okay, so GLW Corning, the industry that they are in, I checked out their industry peers, and again, there's enough to go around. So I already have them open, and I'm going to share with you the ticker symbols. So the first one is APH, so ethanol, okay, and you can see they engage in design and manufacture electronic fiber optic connectors. So that's what Corning does, right? Fiber optic connectors, interconnect systems. So this is to help with the data center operations and connectivity, right? The AI infrastructure around this industry. So APH, and you can look so far. Let's look at the year to date, sideways action. And let's look at the 1 year, right? The 1 year is looking good, upward trajectory. This was a good opportunity when there was a dip over here, and a lot of people, investors, have took advantage of that and bought that dip. Uh, I have set my alerts to wait for the price targets, and yeah, and when it comes to trading options, you need to have discipline. You can't just jump in. So I have my alerts set at 145 and 141, and this is where I would like to open a leap strategy. All right, because I can see these are good price targets to do that. And then just exercise patience until my alerts hit. So that first one is ticker symbol APH, Amphenol, same industry as Corning. Second one is TE Connectivity, ticker symbol TEL. Year to date, sideways action. I guess on February 5th, I think that was a Thursday where it was a pullback in the market. Again, people took advantage of that opportunity. And then if you look at the 1 year, this is good. Upward trajectory, a little bit of a sideways action. And then over here you can see TE Connected PLC, company engages in provision of connectivity and sensor solutions, similar industry, purpose of distribution of power, signal, and data. Okay, so same thing, data center industry, infrastructure. Uh, Price target for myself, I have set my alerts at 225 and 220. Okay, next one is Coherent, ticker symbol COHR. And you can see development, refinement, and manufacturing, and marketing, engineering materials, optoelectronic components, right? This is the key word. Fiber optics, optoelectronic components and devices. Okay, so this is the third one, COHR. I have set my price targets at 210, 208, and 215. If I get these alerts, I am going to open leap strategies. Look at the year to date. Okay, upward trajectory, 1 year, very nice. Okay, so there's a very nice looking technical around this stock. And then finally, the last one is Keysight Technologies, ticker symbol Keys. Similar industry as GLW Corning, provision of electronic design and test solutions that are used in design, develop, manufacture, installation, deployment, validation, optimization, and secure operation of electronic systems, networking, and electronics industries. Okay, so this is very important. All right, so a lot of stocks that you guys see on my channel is not these mainstream stocks. They're actually not mainstream, and they support the mainstream, like the hyperscalers. They're the ones that help process and build out what the hyperscalers need. Okay, I like to invest in those industries because there's less volatility around that, around those type of stocks. Year to date, very good. This looks good. Upward trajectory. 1 year, very nice. Okay. Price targets already here. price below 230. I only have one alert there. 230, I think, is a good entry point. Let's just double check. Yeah, 230 is a good entry point because you can see the support levels there. I don't see this company getting back to below the 220 range with this industry that they are in. Uh, okay, so that's it, right? When you see my content, this is what I do. I follow the non-mainstream stocks that serve the industry and the direction we are heading in. I like to invest in those type of companies, and because they can serve pretty much any client they want. They're not really tied to one industry, one client. They can serve the entire market, and the technology they're doing is in the right direction. All right. Either way, this is my group. As you can see here, this is the WhatsApp group. Every Monday we do group meetings, and as you can see, we share information around the news and the market to help each other out to grow. Uh, and you can see this is the WhatsApp group, and of course you can DM me privately as well, direct message. Yeah, so if you want to get some help about options or the stock market and want to generate income anywhere between 3 to 10%, I'll be more than happy to help you, teach you fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and strategies. And on top of that, I trade with you live. I literally help you make money. All right. So if you want to see how I work, stay tuned for the second half. You will see me in action. You'll see how I coach my members and how I work. And in the description and comment section, you could book a time with me, and I'll give you a virtual tour. I'll answer more of your questions and share with you the membership details. And other than that, I wish you guys a great day. I'll see you on the next one. Go back to your position, Hood.
Okay.
Actually, you should have bought some Archer yesterday when I told you, because you would have made
It was after hours.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I wanted this, it went up super high today too. Hold on, let me see.
Archer's my highest conviction is Archer. Under $7, under 650 is like just low the boat, but under 7 is still okay. It's gonna have a slow growth, but this is a great company. Very little competitors in the industry. They have $1.6 billion in runway cash, so that's cash they have on reserves. So they have plenty of cash flow. Electric vehicle takeoff and landing. The only competitor is Joby, and another one is Beta. They have partnerships with Korean Airlines, Japan Airlines. They're the official air taxi partner with Los Angeles Transportation Commission. They bought the Hawthorne Airport to run air taxi operations. They're in Middle East, Serbia, the country, also using them. Miami and Fort Lauderdale, they're gonna have air taxi over there. They're the sponsors of Super Bowl, which just happened recently, and the next Super Bowl, and the FIFA World Cup. Like, I did my research on this company. So a lot of us have a lot of shares of this. But either way,
I did have shares. I sold them when they were up a little bit because I owned them at like 8 something, I think. But yeah, I want to see it drop. Oh, like $100. Not a lot.
You still have time. So now you know you still have time. They have their earnings on March 2nd. They're gonna more likely report their first revenue, and what do you call it? Yeah, and you can take profits whenever. But if you want, okay, so for Hood, what you want to do is sell a. I don't know if you can do it, but we'll try it to go VWAL options and see if it lets you do it.
Where's VWAL? Oh,
on the bottom right, yeah, and then hit sell call for this, yeah, and then look for 80 strike. It's about $41 for 2 days. Yeah, slow that. Don't worry about the delta. And this is where a lot of grease go out the window, because when your leap is in the red, so you have to take very aggressive lines to recover from your unrealized loss. Because right now you have unrealized loss in your leap. By selling poor man's covered call, you collect cash and premium. All right. Now, obviously, you don't want your poor man's covered call to be in the money, so you have to monitor this, monitor it a lot, because you'll be taking a more of an aggressive stance. Until we can get to the point where we're selling a strike price, selling a poor man's covered call at your strike price, your leap strike, then we're good. We're golden there. But let's just see if we can execute this trade. Hit plus.
Okay, so let me take notes first. So I want to buy it. So right now it's nowhere near 76. It really is at 76?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to buy as close to this. Why 80? Why not like 77 or 79?
That's too aggressive.
Cheaper? Okay, too aggressive.
No, that's too close to where it's trading at. Because you don't want it to go in the money. You don't want Hood to trade at 80 and above. You're selling at 80 strike because the goal is to collect cash, collect premium. You're essentially saying you're bearish on Hood, but you want Hood to be good too. But the thing is, if Hood is not moving and it's trading sideways or trending backwards, you're gonna keep losing on your leap. So how do you offset that? How do you offset the losses on your leap? By selling cover calls. In this case, it's a poor man's cover call because it's a leap. So then when it comes to selecting strike prices, you have to be aggressive / conservative, right? If it's trading at 76, I think 80 is good, because 80 there's a less likelihood that Hood will go beyond 80, and at the same time you can collect a premium out of that.
Can I cash out of an option like this before Friday?
You can always close out a cover call early when the market value has diminished. When you sell options, you want the market value to diminish. When you buy options, you want the market value to increase. Because selling options, you want them
Yeah.
you want the contracts to be worth less than what the premium you got paid for. And then when you buy options, you want the contracts to be worth more than what you bought the contracts for. So that's why with the leap, we want the market value to go up. And then when you sell any contracts, any option contracts, you want the market value to go down. And that's through time decay. That's theta.
Yeah, I know. I hate it.
But it's very easy. You'll pick this up. I work with so many people like you can learn this. Like I work with people that don't even know, started with me with zero knowledge. So you'll pick this up. It's just repetition.
Yeah.
And it's actually like a little bit my fault too, because I didn't think Hood would have such a huge pullback. Like I thought I have a cost basis of 107, 108, and that was considered really, really good. To have Hood at a cost of 107, 108 is really good. Like it just fell off a cliff. It just fell off a cliff. So, and it's my fault because I could have noticed. I also knew, but I just didn't sell, that this industry didn't make any more sense in 2026. There's no more upside in this industry. I could have just sold for that a little bit of a profit and release all that capital, but now I'm stuck too, just like you. So I gotta now understand that when there's no more upside in the industry, there's no point holding on to the position and just exit. So that's something that I would coach better with you guys. But let's just see. It's February 20th. Let's just click on the 80 strike and see if you can sell at 4 minutes cover call. So when you sell 4 minutes cover call, your leap is your collateral. And click put 5 contracts. Yeah, and just put we'll leave it at 40 and then hit you'll click about 200 here. Let's just see if it processes the transaction.
I just want to try 41.
Yeah, you can try. Hit.
Not enough shares.
Yeah, so it won't let you because you need with level 3 it wouldn't say that.
Okay.
Because it's looking for shares as collateral, which is not the case. With level 3, you can use the leap as collateral. So
gotcha.
It's okay. We'll just exercise some patience. We have from now till December to sell 4 minutes cover calls. That will translate to thousands of dollars. Zero doubt, thousands of dollars. And so what happens as you're selling 4 minutes cover call, you're collecting cash, you're collecting premium. And at the same time, we were waiting for the stock to recover. So you can do it, you can benefit from both ways, from the recovery and the 4 minutes cover call. And then until you get to the point where you're selling a 4 minutes cover call at a strike price the same as your leap, then that's when you're pretty much golden. Okay. The worst case scenario, and not even really worst case, it comes around end of November. Obviously, I'm gonna be around, you'll be around, as long as we don't do anything crazy. The worst thing that we can happen, it's not even worse, it's just the best case. The only way to salvage it as it approaches expiration date is exercise. Exercise meaning own the shares. Right. So you own the shares, because if you don't exercise, you're gonna realize a lot. So exercise the shares, you take the shares, and maybe your like unrealized losses maybe like a couple thousand or a couple hundred. Okay. Yeah. You want to say something?
Yeah. So Hood, like with the research that you've done, is not expected to go up anymore. I know that.
Not expected not to go up. It's a slow recovery. Like the upside on this market, this industry. So the only way they can really expand in this market is if they, what do you call it, take more market share. So meaning expanding into other regions, right? So serving the UK, Europe, Asia, and offering this type of brokerage service that we have here in the States, but overseas, right? So if they they're already doing that. They're in the UK. They're in Europe, they tokenize the market. So there's Europeans can invest in Apple stock without buying Apple stock. They can buy Apple tokens that's tied to the Apple stock.
Well, I remember last year too is when crypto they introduced the crypto trading, and it felt like such a small portion of their business. It wasn't like it was some.
Yeah, there's too many competitors, and there's Coinbase, there's Binance, there's so many ways.
There's
knowledge predictions, right? But there's one thing that they came out with just recently, allowing retail investors to invest into private funding in a way where you can get access. Actually, I know where it is. I have the ticker symbol here.
Lil, Shirley. Sorry.
Ticker symbol RVI. So you can type in RVI, search, and you can see
RV or B.
Yeah, R as in Robert, V as in Victor, I as in Indigo.
Okay.
And you can see this is their private fund. It's a Robinhood Ventures Fund 1. It's a closed-end fund. Retail investors have access to private companies like SpaceX, Databricks. These are companies that expected IPO.
Yeah.
Yeah. So RBI, this is something good. If we could offer more of these type of funds to retail investors where they get access to the private market, private market meaning these companies that are pre-IPO, and you can buy into these companies pre-IPO through the RBI fund. Oh man, that is good. So if they could do more of that, that's great, because then it will draw more people into RBI.
And they want that, right?